graders, this is our math lesson for today. We are on lesson number 6. It is called Rewrite Two-Digit Subtraction. And our essential question is, how can I subtract two-digit numbers? Now you guys have been working for about a week or a little bit more on subtracting two-digit numbers with regrouping, or another name is borrowing. Now today we are going to practice writing those numbers to subtract, because they have always given us those numbers, but today we're going to write those numbers. So if you need to find your math worksheet, please pause the video and do that. Once you have your math worksheet, would you please put your name nice and neatly at the top? And then I'm going to make this really big so we can see it. And it says here, Math in My World. And at the bottom, it says 54 flowers were planted in the garden. Write this number first. So we're going to start with our biggest number. That always has to go first. So 54 is going to go across here. Don't put in the boxes. These boxes, remember, are boxes to show us borrowing or regrouping. So I'm going to write 54. That is always our first number. The biggest number goes first. Now, the next number should be smaller, and it says 36 flowers have bloomed. Write this number below. So now we're going to take this 36 and we're going to write it below the 54. Make sure you line up your numbers, the tens numbers, the ones numbers. Now our question is, how many flowers still need to bloom? Rewrite the problem to subtract. So we just rewrote this problem. It was horizontal, and we can't subtract that way. We have to write it vertically, going down, okay? So we're gonna start in our ones column. I have 4, and I want to take 6 away. Can't do that because 6 is bigger. Bigger bottom, better borrow. So I'm gonna put a B there to show you. I'm gonna go over here and borrow from the 5. I'm gonna take 1 away. Now there's 4 left. And then I'm gonna break that apart and move that over here to the 10 ones. So if I have 10 ones plus 4 more, it'd be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this becomes 14. Now, if I have 14 and I want to take 6 away, I say 14, I'm going to count back 6 more. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So I should have 8 ones left. And then if I have 4 and I take 3 away, 1, 2, 3, I should have 1 left. So there should be 18 flowers that are left to bloom. If you need to pause the video to catch up on the writing, please do. If you're ready to go on to the next page, go ahead and flip your paper over where it says Guided Practice. On Guided Practice, it says you can rewrite a problem to subtract. Find 83 minus 28. Step 1, rewrite. Remember, this is going horizontal. We need it to go vertical. And then you need to subtract. So here's your helpful hint. Write the greater number on top. The biggest number has to be on top. Write the other number below it. So the smallest number goes below it. So if you look over here, they put 83 and then 28. And if you want to trace that, go ahead and do that. Then 83 minus 28, we have to borrow, because you cannot take 8 away from 8 away from 3, so you go borrow. So cross off the 8, that becomes a 7, and then move that 10 over here. 3 plus 10 more is 13. So 13 minus 8 is 5, and 7 minus 2 is 5. So always make sure you line up the ones and the tens, okay? Now we're gonna be doing these 6 together. And if I'm going too fast, make sure you pause the video and let yourself catch up, okay? Number 1, and I'm gonna make these look just a little bit bigger so you can really see them. Number 1 says 38 minus 19. So make sure you write your numbers going vertically, up and down. So I'm going to put 38 at the top. And I'm going to put 19 below it. Okay? Now I'm going to subtract way down. 8, take 9 away. I can't do that. Bigger bottom, better borrow. So I'm going to go up here. I have 3 and I take 1 away, that's 2. And then I'm going to move that 10 over here. So I just put the 1 in front of the 8 and it becomes 18. Now 18 minus 9, I know that's a double. 9 plus 9 is 18. So 18 minus 9 is 9. And 2 minus 1 is 1. So my difference is 19. Number 2, 42. So I'm going to write 42 going horizontally. And I'm going to take away 27. So 27, make sure you have your numbers lined up. I'm going to subtract going down the ones column. 2 minus 7, I can't do that. Bigger bottom, better borrow. So I'm going to go borrow from that 4. That 4 now becomes a 3. And that 2 now becomes a 12. Because I'm going to move that 10 over there. So 10 plus 2 more would be 11, 12. 12 minus 7. So 12 takes 7 away. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And then 3, take 2 away, is 1. So your difference should be 15. Number 3 says 53. 53. Take away 38. So make sure you write your numbers going horizontally. I'm going to start over here. 3, take 8 away. Can't do that. Bigger bottom, better borrow. So I'm going to go over here and borrow from that 5. That 5 now becomes a 4. And I move that 10 over here. So you can just put a 1 in front of it. Or you could cross it off and put 13. 13, take 8 away. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And 4, take 3 away, there's 1. So your difference is 15. All right, pause the video if you need to. I'm going to go on down to numbers 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to move them up so you can see them. Number 4 says 82 minus 46. So 82 is going to go on the top because it's bigger. And then I'm going to subtract 46 below it. So 82, subtract 46. I'm going to go down and subtract 2 minus 6. Can't do that. Bigger bottom, better borrow. So I'm going to go over here from the 8. I'm going to take 1 away. So now it should become 7. And then I'm going to move that 10 over here. So 10 plus 2 is 12. So 12 minus 6 has a double. 6 plus 6 is 12. So 12 minus 6 is 6. And 7 minus 4 is 3. See how important it is to know our facts so that we can be quick at this? All right, 2 more to go. 74 minus 38. All right, we're going to go down and subtract our ones column. 4 minus 8. I cannot do that. Bigger bottom, better borrow. So I'm going to go up and borrow from that 7. It now becomes a 6 because I take 1 away. I move that 10 over here. That 4 now becomes 14. And then I can do 14 minus 8. 14 minus 8. So let's count 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And then 6 minus 3. Well, 6 take 3 away. 1, 2, 3 would be 3. And I know that because 3 plus 3 is 6. So your difference for number 5 should be 36. And the last one on this page is 60 minus 48. Okay, I'm going to go down and subtract my ones column. 0 minus 8, I can't do that. Bigger bottom, better borrow. So I'm going to borrow from that 6 and take 1 away, and that becomes 5. Then I'm going to move that 10 over here. That 0 now becomes 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. And 5, take 4 away, is 1. So your difference on number 6 should be 12. Pause the video if you need to. Then we're gonna move on to, not the independent practice yet, but we're gonna move on to the back page where it has the problem solving. We will not do the brain builders. So we will do number 16 and 17 together, but no brain builders. Number 16 says, there are 64 flowers growing in Tyler's garden. He picks 18 flowers. How many flowers are left in the garden? So I know I'm gonna have to take away, I'm gonna have to subtract. So I'm gonna start with 64, that's my bigger number. That's gonna be put on top. So either over here on the left or on the right, you're gonna need to write 64. That's your numbers that you're gonna start with. He picks 18. So I'm gonna put 18 below it. And see how Mrs. Murphy lined them up. And make sure you do your subtraction sign with your equals bar. And then I'm gonna go down and subtract. 4 minus 8, I can't do that. Bigger bottom, better borrow. I'm gonna go over to the 6 and say, hey, there's 6. I'm gonna take 1 away. So you should have 5 left. And I'm gonna move that 10 over to this 4 so it becomes 14. Now I can do that, 14 minus 8. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, 14 minus 8 is 6. 5 minus 1 is 4. So you should get 46 flowers left in the garden. All right, last one. Kyla kept track of the weather for 73 days. It was sunny 59 days. How many days were not sunny? So I know I need to subtract to find the difference. So we're gonna start with 73 were the total days, and 59 were not sunny. So I'm gonna put 59 below it, and then I'm gonna subtract. I'm gonna start up here, 7. Oh, I should say 3 minus 9, Mrs. Murphy knew. Bigger bottom, better borrow. So I'm gonna go up to that 7, and I'm gonna take 1 away. So 7, take 1 away is 6, and then I'm gonna move that 10 over here. So 10 plus 3 more is 13. Now I can do that, 13 minus 9. Well, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 4. 13 minus 9 is 4. And then I go to the tens column. 6 minus 5, 6, take 5 away, is 1. So my difference is 14. There were 14 days that were not sunny. So down here, there's a spot, you guys put 14, please. 14 days. All right, pause the video if you need to. Make sure you're showing me the work. Mrs. Murphy wants to see your work. I want to know that you're understanding how to subtract with borrowing. When you get done, your job is to go back and do that independent practice, which is on page 257. If you have any questions on math, I know a lot of you are struggling a little bit with math. It's hard. Come on at Zoom at 1:30 and Mrs. Murphy would love to help you.